Hey guys, it's Dave. I'm going to go through the weekly analysis here um, for the markets, just so we can be prepped up for this upcoming week. We do have Trump's inauguration tomorrow. Market is closed tomorrow. Um, so just be mindful of that. I'm not really sure of any other news, to be honest with you. Um, yeah, so let's get to it. Looking at the SPY here, this is a weekly chart. You can see once again it tagged the 20 EMA and it continues to roll on upwards. This is a nice bullish engulfing candle. It ate up the move from last week, the prior week, and peep the volume on this as well, right? So fully bullish engulfing on volume. If you want to look at the daily as well, I've been watching this range. Basically, I did say if it made a new low below 580, I'd be looking for a potential downtrend. However, this is back in range. It's back in this 580 range, and it's going up and tagging the opposite end near 600. So technically, this would be a look below and fail. So really a look below this 580, 585, 580-ish range. It failed to have further sellers, so it failed to have further downside. If it were going to downtrend, what I would have anticipated or looked for is for like a lower high to be created around, I don't know, around 590 or something like that. Like this could have been the peak here, and then it started trending downwards. It didn't really do that. So it's still stuck in a range. It's still in indecision time. However, with that bullish engulfing candle, that could be the short-term low, 575. Price could just continue to trap around. We shall see. Looking at RSP, so this is the average. This is a fully bullish engulfing candle on volume. This is the average participant of the market that is not weighted. So like the Mag 7 stocks, basically. So you can see that, there's still these highs here. We had some top and tails here. This area-ish, it's holding. There's a breakout, prior high, trended up to 10, broke down, met the 50 SMA on the weekly, and then we got a nice bullish engulfing on volume, retesting that breakout area. That's pretty healthy market mechanics, in my opinion. Similar look here. We have the Qs broke out and pulled back, retesting that breakout area. It's not fully reclaiming the prior week high, but it's a huge bullish engulfing candle on volume compared to the prior 1, 2, 3 weeks. This, in my opinion, is a nice bullish look. That's just what it looks like for now. That can change tomorrow, right? Tuesday, technically. We can have Trump's inauguration. For some reason, the market doesn't like it, and it can crack down. I don't know. Just for what it looks like right now, I am long in my names and positions. IWM, this is still kind of chopping around, a little bit sloppier. Ideally, we would have held this line here. However, again, bullish engulfing on higher volume compared to the prior 3 weeks. DIA, Dow Jones, this, what was that? I think that was gold that popped up. These prior highs here, retested and held, pushed off, failed to accept above that 445 level, came back down, retested again. So it could just be ranging within that 445 to whatever level this is, 416-ish. It could just range in here. Who knows? Maybe it'll break out and head higher. But we take it day by day, week by week. What was that? Gold? Gold looked pretty interesting. Curling up here on the weekly. It hit the supply area of like 251, 250-ish again. Last week, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks ago, it was also supply area, so that's interesting. XLY, now after we did that, let me organize this into the last 5 days. What closed highest last week? We can organize that here. All right. XLY on top. Look at these highs, bullish engulfing, complete, so consumer discretionary, fully engulfing that guy. Larger volume compared to the last 4 weeks as well. So we see a trend here, right? These prior highs kind of pulled back to the 10 weekly EMA and continues to head higher. So XL, if you guys are, don't trade ETFs. I just kind of use this as a gauge to give me a sentiment on the market and what things are looking like. So XLY, you might want to turn your attention to that. Same thing with XLF. Big, large, bullish engulfing candle on volume off the 20 EMA. We'll see what it does. It's this 51.50 high, but keep an eye on that. XLB. I don't know. This is hitting a potential supply area here. Less volume than last week. That 83 level is obviously a pretty clear line in the sand as the prior 3 weeks. It didn't really want to break that. So lack of supply down here. Nice large move up. However, I wouldn't touch. This is not a look that I like. This is hitting this potential supply. There's a lot of longs, quote unquote, trapped up here. If anybody were to want to sell and break even or get close and not lose more money than what they would have down here, this is a potential exit area. So once price accepts above here, then maybe opposite end range would be target. However, I'm not interested in XLB. XLE, super choppy. There's a lot of energy talk that's going on right now, especially with this new administration coming in. So I do think XLE might be something to be of interest moving forward. But look at that overall. We kind of got like an ascending triangle pattern here. If you look above and fails, oh my gosh, stop it. That 98-ish level continues to be the supply area. Overall, though, I don't trade energy names. I do think future-wise, they might be a decent focus to look into. XLI Industrials holding this breakout again, huge bullish engulfing, large volume compared to prior 3 weeks. RSP already did it. XLU Utilities looks like it's retesting this prior high here. And it might be pushing away. It undercut a little bit, but all it did was consolidate. Last week, we had a nice little look below and fail of 74.70-ish. If we want to look down at the daily here, it probably gives a better look. This range right here, right? This range, what is this? 113, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Opened here, sold off, and then just closed on up. I think that's what it did anyways. It could have opened here. No, I think it opened here. Either way, so look below, failed. Opposite end range is target, which was 77. Now it broke out of 77. Ideally, it pulls back to 77 to retest it, and then continues on upwards. But XLU on the day looks pretty solid as well. And the weekly, I think, looks decent too, if it wants to hold these prior highs. Ideally, it does. XLK, good old XLK. Undercut these lows, just kind of been chopped right now. However, if we can get some momentum over 236, 237, that might run. It might need some more work, but the volume last week, no, that's nothing significant. It's been pretty average, I'd say. XLC, communications, pull back to the 20 EMA. Nice candle, not fully engulfing the prior week. Increased volume compared to the prior 3 weeks at the 20. It's in a nice uptrend. It has liked to respect the 20 area in the past, so I'd expect nothing, no other change unless there's some significant change in market sentiment. Here, reverse. So this is pretty cool. Fully bullish engulfing, weekly candle. Not on higher volume than last week, so that might be something to note. However, it is near this neckline here. So XLRE, the names in there, they could potentially provide good risk-reward setups. If you're a polarity or a resistance support flip trader, it can be pretty decent here. Similar look with XLP potentially holding these. I'd want another week or two above this 77 level. Gold, already looked at it. XLV, healthcare, it's just downtrending. IHI was pretty interesting. I just sent out a tweet a little bit ago. I think that's medical devices. UNG looking interesting, curling on upwards. It did break the highs of the the prior week, but 2 weeks ago, and it kind of sold off. So we got a little top and tail. We got a lot of volume coming in. It does look like it wants to turn around, maybe a chop sideways, more position acquired by the bigger guys, and it continues on upwards. All right, some interesting ETFs that I want to go over. So there's a lot of talk on China. Excuse me. My coffee in there. Load up. Load, please. There we go. Bullish engulfing on KWeb. Increased volume. Silver, FXI, another China, large cap. I don't trade China a lot. It's been, up in the air, in my opinion. People have been talking about it for the past month and a half, maybe 2 months. As it's been looking like it's trying to base, but I don't trade the names. They're just too gappy for me. I did have some in my longer term portfolio. I sold them off for a decent, I don't know, maybe 20% gain or something like that. But I don't swing trade them. They're too gappy for me. OHI, that wasn't quite it. URA, no. SOX is always interesting, something to look out at. Bullish engulfing on volume. Didn't fully engulf it, but it's a huge volume green candle to keep a lookout on. It was, here we can take a look at SMH. Same thing. Semiconductors, they just continue to chop sideways in range of 235, call it, to 265, somewhere around there. So 263-ish. Just kind of waiting for it to chop. And sorry, it's been chopping. Waiting for it to break that range. When it does, I feel like they'd be pretty good. Obgo, and some other names. Obviously, NVIDIA would be good looks in that. XRT, TLT, RSP, XBI, Jets. There we go. Jets has been solid. Look how this run. I just went through the Jets names. I put out a lot of posts on X with it. There are a lot of airlines that have been consolidating over these past few weeks and are starting to look like they're breaking out again. There's also quite a few names in there that are looking like they're basing, putting in double bottoms near potential double bottoms near the prior resistance lines where it could break to confirm a double bottom, kind of a reverse play. So that would be, I would take a look at Jets if I were you. And then IHI, this was interesting to me. We can chart this out real quick. Here is head. Load up. Stop it. It's going to be a little sloppy, so forgive me, but either way. You can see we get a nice little base here, undercuts that, fails, and moves higher, right? So now we are getting, we're getting a breakout of that level here. Now it is hitting potential supply up here around 62.50, where this is and where it found supply there as well in the past. However, this does look interesting to me, especially with the amount of volume that it had last week and the huge move that it had last week. And it was holding those prior highs. So we'll see. I wouldn't mind like a 63 tag and then a little pullback to like the halfway point, about 60. Educated guess, I don't know. But IHI might be something to look into, those medical devices. All right. Again, I just do these for market sentiment, give me an idea of what to expect. Overall, the weekly charts, they really take out a lot of noise for me. And so it's a good practice that I'm getting into. I would recommend it if you guys enjoy these, if you like these, if they're helpful, like, share, all that good stuff. Give me comments, share your thoughts. I'm here to learn for myself, and I mean, ideally to help you guys learn too. If you can learn from my mistakes and to see how I look at things. And obviously, I want to learn from you too if you have any feedback. So thanks for your time. Trade safe. Good luck out there.